attending a funeral today, and a brief torrential downpour. It's kind of delayed getting to work on any Halloween stuff, but we've got some time to get this done, and the rain seems to have passed, so let's get right into it. I went to both Home Depot and EC Moore today looking to see if they had like any craft boxes. I know I've seen at the Home Depot they have almost like an apple crate or something like that. You know, it's got like the slats on the side. They did. It was $10 for it, but it was the spacing between the slats I just thought was too open. You'd be able to see all the inner workings of it. Didn't have a lid, so I'd still have to do that. And well, and really, if you look up what a wine crate looks like, they don't have slats on them, really. You know, it's a box. So I just decided it's going to be simple enough. I got plenty of materials here. It's going to be simple enough just to build my own box. The only part of this box that's actually really going to be seen is the front and the lid. So for the front, I'm using a piece of decent 3/4 inch plywood. And on this, I'll be able to do a stencil of, I don't know, maybe some grapes or something like that, and having it say vino. He's carrying a wine box. The rest of it, I plan on making it out of relatively light and thin chipboard or something like that I've got laying around here. It's going to be glued and stapled together so that it's sturdy, because it is going to have the lid on it banging up and down. But like I said, because only certain parts of it are going to be seen, I'm not going to be detailing too much of the rest of it. We'll start with this, and going to cut it down to size. Just so happens the box is going to be 16 inches square, so it's almost like a cube he's going to be carrying. Front, a back piece, two sides made out of 1/4 inch hardboard, and a bottom made out of 1/4 inch 1/8 inch lauan. So we'll glue all this up, and then we'll fit it for the top. The front and rear pieces are actually 15.5 inches, while everything else is 16 inches, because these are a 1/4 inch, so two of these adds up to a 1/2 inch. So to make sure everything's 16 by 16 by 16, these are 1/2 inch. I've also oriented the grain of the wood to go across. I just think that's a more pleasing pattern than that. Just personal preference. Along the edges. There we go. Second side should be easier now. Now with the sides on, put the back on. This. Put the glue down both edges. This?
Halloween. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
My stairs going up from the first floor to the main floor. I mean, upstairs to the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the planks have cracks in it. All right.
Well, I can take a look at it and see what the stair looks like, and then maybe give you about 5 minutes. I come over in about 5 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be there.
Okay.
Thank you, Richard.
Sure. Quick and simple box. With the lid I'm going to put on top, I don't want it to be, I don't think I'm going to use a 3/4 inch piece, because I want it to be fairly light. see what I can come up with. Okay, as you heard there, had to go help my neighbor with a stair problem that ended up taking up the rest of the time that I was going to be able to use to make the lid for the box. So now it's time to clean up. So tomorrow we'll get to the lid. As I said, I had a number of obligations I had to take care of today that prevented me from getting a start on the work today. However, the other day I actually started working on the plaque that will be the rattling plaque on the niche wall. And what I did was I glued a piece of wood to the back of the plaque, and I had to notch out the plaque so that the wood set flush with here. Now what I'll be able to do is attach a hinge to this side, and it'll hopefully do that. So as I said, I'll just run a hinge here, and then it'll be mounted onto the wall. The actuator will be mounted inside the wall, and it'll be banging back and forth. This, of course, will be mounted inside the box that I'm building now. I think I'm going to end up having to use the $20 prop controller to control it. For what I've been reading from the comments on on the video and seeing what others have done, I think it's just best to go with the prop controller to do this. I think it'll give it actually a more natural look. While it was pretty cool the way this thing was going up and down like that, I think it's a little too rhythmic. You know, it's not natural. Something trying to get out is just going to be at a constant beat, banging on it. So it was a good idea to go with a $4 option. So I'm going to go with the controller to actually control this thing, and I'll be able to have it go then how I want it to. Alright, so that's it for today. If you like what you see, give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel if you don't already do so. That way you'll be notified right away when videos like this are posted. Okay, thanks for watching. Fuck you. Using 3/4 inch nails. The the f is this called?